week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Packers and the Vikings, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Left side, it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early. And they pick up a quick first down.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. Now Lawrence. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him, and I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Lawrence going to throw again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means
touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And the result, a Green Bay score. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
On 2nd down, Calhoun. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun. And this This winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The Vikings are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Those defense for the Packers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Stroud now on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And his throw here's incomplete.
I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. But on that play, they held up quite well.
Lawrence.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. On play action, Lawrence.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Clark Phillips has got it. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
You look at this Packers defense.
They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get enough pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Stroud now on 3rd and 2.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Here's Stroud. Looking deep here for Chase. That is incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Stroud. Robinson's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you're running drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. After 7-0 on the A's. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Stroud looking to throw. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack on offense. Sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away.
Complete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Stroud to throw it. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jefferson has his first catch. He also has a 1st down. On 1st down, Calhoun. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly, got a great break on the ball, and able to force that incompletion.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. That's complete to Robinson. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Calhoun, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 49 yards there, a big one.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw. Throw caught by Achane.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
On 1st down, Lawrence throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Again, it's Lawrence.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Flush to his right. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop him with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Throwing now is Stroud. Looking deep here for Chase.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Fourth down, here's Stroud. To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
So certainly an interesting call there to go. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2. Now Lawrence on first down. They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
Evades him at the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That's placed it.
That's a Packers touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result, a Green Bay score.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Final play of the half, Stroud. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And Stroud now to throw.
This is caught by Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
1st and 10, it's Stroud.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach all game long, all practice.
practice long, every meeting, get the football. That's what they want.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Up the middle, Achane. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 13 yards, first down, Packers. They go play action now. Lawrence looking left sideline. It's complete. All the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Here's Lawrence to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Achane is in. Touchdown, Packers. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To Jefferson on the slant. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And he fires one incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stroud to throw it. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football, we're not seeing it right now.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Again, it's Achane. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, 32 yards. And the Packers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. But we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On second down now. Calhoun, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Lawrence. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Lawrence to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
This is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. The extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run for it with Achane. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Lawrence will throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And the football going back to the Vikings offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On first down, here's Stroud. Looking deep here for Chase.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
2nd down and 8. Achane here, they stay on the ground. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
A give, running right, Achane.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you'll only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for 1 more first down to help salt this one away.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Achane gets it from the gun.
Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And they'll give this to Achane.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Well, fans usually love to see